Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Naomi and thanks so much for clicking to watch another video. So in today's video, I just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about kind of the, not the pros and cons, but like, dang, what am I gonna title this? Like the differences between loose natural and being locked. And I feel like some of these might be obvious, but this video kind of goes out to some people who are looking to start locks, who aren't quite sure, and are kind of just like, okay, why are the reasons that I should be locked versus loose natural, or just kind of like sway you one way or another if you are thinking about getting locked. So if you're interested in the differences between being a loose natural and a locked individual, then go ahead and keep on watching. So I apologize in advance if I keep looking down. I'm looking at my iPad because I wrote some notes down. So the first thing that I want to touch on was a major reason why I chose to lock my hair, and that was the overall maintenance of my loose natural hair. So I'm talking wash days, I'm talking detangling, I'm talking about the upkeep of like maintaining my natural hair. So just everything. I did a big chop. I want to say it was like my 21st birthday. So we're talking like 6 years ago. So that was when I did the big chop. And I was growing out my relaxer. Before then I had been getting relaxers for years. And that maintenance within itself was so tedious. I had to get it done every so often. My roots would look super puffy like this and the rest of my hair was straight, right? My hair was damaged, it was heat damaged, it was split, it was a mess, right? And so I wanted to just touch on specifically right now wash days. So I have 4C textured hair, if you didn't know already. Yeah, very kinky, coily, nappy, all that good stuff, and it's very thick and coarse. So wash days were the worst ever. And I just remember like having to sit there and detangle my hair and put a whole bunch of conditioner in it. I didn't know any good products to put in my hair. It was always difficult to find out like what really worked for my hair. So on the other side, now having locks, wash days are probably 30 minutes, if that. If I retwist my hair, they might be a little bit longer, but in general, they're about 30 minutes. All I have to do is go in, condition it or shampoo it, condition it for about 30 minutes, rinse it out, let it air dry. That's it. No detangling, no blow drying, no blowing it out, no trying to put it in like 2-strand twists to stretch it, because when my loose natural hair was wet, it would shrink up to a fro about this big and it'd be like this far from my head. I look like a little baby. But I really dreaded wash days. Now it's just a breeze. Like when I tell you locks are so low maintenance, they really are. Okay, so kind of going along with wash days, I would say that loose natural hair is much easier to clean versus locked hair. And might be an obvious reason, but the reason I say that is because, of course, your locked hair is made up of shedded hair. So it's pretty much matted, you know, like it's matted, it's dense. And on wash days, it might be a little bit more difficult for you to really get into your hair and get into your lock to clean your hair. Versus being a loose natural, of course, your hair, you can comb through it, you can brush it, you can really work products into your hair better than you can with your locked hair. Now you can, of course, wash your hair and get it very clean, but as far as really getting that product worked into the strands of your hair, because locked hair is so compacted, it's a little bit harder to get it as clean as you would be, or as clean as you would a loose natural hair, if that makes sense. And again, to go with wash days, I would say that loose natural hair takes a shorter amount of time, of course, depending on how you dry your loose natural hair versus locked hair. And that also depends on how long and how like dense your locks are. Of course, the longer and more dense, the longer it'll take to dry. And then the shorter, so my hair doesn't take that long to dry. It takes a couple hours now because my locks are getting dense, but it wouldn't take as long as it would with somebody with locks going down to like their butt or waist area. And of course, loose natural, I feel like it is easier to make sure that your hair is dried. So as far as like you sitting under a blow dryer, and I know you can do that with locks as well. As far as you sitting under a blow dryer, you can also physically blow dry your hair. So you can take the brush and the blow dryer and just go through. In about 20 minutes, your hair is all dry. I just overall feel that it's so much easier to dry your loose hair than it would be your locked hair. The next thing I wanted to talk about was, again, under the maintenance umbrella, but as far as having to manipulate my hair. So when I was in loose natural, again, I would have to keep it either straightened so that I can put in a style, or I would have to make sure I wrapped it up a particular way at night. So with being a loose natural, I feel like there are, and I say this loosely, I feel like there are more options in styling your hair. And what I mean when I say that is, I mean, on my channel, you guys have seen me put in twists, I put in box braids, I've wrapped my hair. I think I've done everything but wigs. So I feel like with loose natural hair, it's easier to do those styles because your hair is loose. You can part them however, or you can part your head however you want to. You can get small box braids, you can get knotless box braids, you can get jumbo ones. And it just all depends on how you part your hair. Same thing with wigs. So if you wear a wig, of course, your hair is easier to lay down because you can just cornrow it back, or you can do like flat twist back and then slap a wig on and you're done. I feel like the only reason I say with locks, it's a little bit harder to get a variety of styles is just because of the hair is already parted. And the longer your hair grows, so if you do wear wigs all the time, the longer your hair grows, the harder it is to conceal your hair under a wig so it doesn't look as puffy. Now, I'm not a wig wearer, so I don't know all the details about wearing a wig, but I do know that it's for the most part supposed to lay flat, like the flatter the better. And again, the thicker your hair is and the longer it gets, I feel like the harder it is to conceal your hair underneath a wig. So I would just say that your options are slightly limited, but nothing is impossible. Okay, and then one of the last things that I have is that I think that your loose hair is more prone to being damaged than your locked hair. And the reason why I say that is because of all the maintenance that comes with having loose natural hair. So if you think about the blow drying that you're going through, the slight heat damage, even if you don't blow dry your hair that often, you're manipulating your hair a lot. Not you, but I'm just saying you might. So you might be manipulating your hair a lot, but like getting different styles and putting it up in a ponytail, or you're constantly brushing it, combing it. Some people's hair, they have to redo it every day that they go out, go to work or whatever. So I feel like it's so much easier to damage your loose natural hair than it is your locks, because with locks, you really don't have to do anything. It's super, super low maintenance, which is like the best thing ever. And so I feel like since you're leaving your hair alone, you're supposed to be leaving your hands out of your head. If you touch your hair all the time, this is for you. But you're supposed to be leaving your hands out of your head. And I feel like being loose natural, like it's just so many options and so many things you can do to your hair that might damage it. Now, with having locks, like I was saying, it's super low maintenance and you're not supposed to be in your head anyway, besides, of course, like washing your hair, moisturizing it every day, and then of course doing retwists. But for the most part, it's kind of hard to damage your hair when it's locked. And that's unless you're just neglecting your locks. And I mean, not washing it, right? Not retwisting it regularly. So just letting it get it matted. If you're not washing your hair, you're not moisturizing your hair at all, and you're just not taking care of it, you're not loving it, you're not tying it up at night, then of course the damage is gonna come. But I feel like if you're doing the basic washing your hair, moisturizing it, your locks will be just fine. As long as you stay out of it, they'll be fine. So I would say that your hair is more prone to be healthier while it's locked versus being a loose natural, contingent upon you, of course, taking care of your locks when needed. So yeah, guys, that was all just a really, really quick video on kind of like the pros and cons and like loose natural versus locked natural. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you have any comments or anything to add to the video, I would love to hear it down below in the comments so we can talk there. But other than that, thank you guys again so much for watching another video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.